dramatic, hip-hop, instrumental beat, heavy bass, drop, 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 intense, dramatic, hip-hop, instrumental beat, heavy bass, drop.
Imagine an AI that doesn't just create images, but instantly turns your wildest ideas into stunning visuals for YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. This clip was made with Hailuo AI Agent, and today I'm going to explore 5 ways to use it for your content. If you are feeling adventurous and want to give this a shot yourself, I have gone ahead and dropped the link right down in the description below so you can follow along with me step by step in this tutorial. Now, getting into the Hailuo AI Agent is super straightforward. You can actually access it from this main section where you see these 3 distinct buttons. But there is also a shortcut. You can simply click right here, where it says Agent. Once you are in, you are going to see this prompt box. You have the option to upload your own assets here, whether that is images, video clips, or even audio files that you want to use later on in your creative process. Or you can hit this button right here and handpick the specific models you want to use for generating your assets. Now, let me tell you my personal setup. For video, I am absolutely going with Hailuo 2.3. It is the most recent model they have released. For images, I am selecting Nano Banana Pro. And for audio, I am choosing this option here for speech and this one for background music. You can also specify the aspect ratio of your content right here. There is even a button where you can tell it if you are trying to create a specific type of content, giving the AI a bit of a heads up on what you are aiming for. Okay, so let's get into the good stuff. I know you have probably seen videos on my channel about how to create AI influencers and how people are using them to make money on Instagram. It is a huge trend right now. Well, check this out. I'm going to ask the Hailuo AI Agent to do some heavy lifting for us. I am telling it. I will provide you with JSON prompts to create images for Instagram posts. Your task is to use Nano Banana Pro to generate those images in the highest resolution. And right after that, I am pasting in a prompt that I will also leave for you in the Google Doc linked in the description. Now, a little side note here. You definitely do not have to use JSON prompts if you don't want to. It is not a requirement. I personally do it because, after spending way too many hours experimenting with artificial intelligence, I have learned that the AI tends to understand the nitty-gritty details a lot better in this format. It is like giving a contractor a blueprint instead of a napkin sketch. You just get better results when the instructions are structured and detailed. As you can see on the screen, the AI agent starts analyzing those instructions immediately. It is crunching the data, and boom, it generates the image I asked for. Now look at this result. Just wow. Look at the texture of the skin, the lighting, the level of detail in the background. If you were scrolling past this on your feed, anyone would think that is a real photo of a real person. And here is the kicker. At the time I am recording this video, Hailuo AI is actually running a special offer on all their plans, and they are offering unlimited free generations with Nano Banana Pro for anyone who has grabbed a plan. If you look right underneath that image, you will see there is a chat option. This is where things get really cool. I am going to ask it to do something pretty complex. I am typing in, with this image, generate 5 separate Instagram images showing her in different places around the world and wearing different outfits. Use this image to preserve consistency in her face and body. All images should have the look and format of Instagram posts. Notice what I did there? I did not tell it which countries to send her to. I did not give it a list of outfits. I did not give it any specific details. It is literally like chatting with a creative friend who just gets you and knows exactly what you need. The agent interpreted the request, figured out which tourist spots would look best for an aesthetic Instagram feed, and it delivered these 5 incredible images. Look how beautiful our influencer looks. Just imagine for a second if you uploaded photos of yourself. You could use a prompt to ask the AI to transport you to literally anywhere on the planet. You would have months of killer content for your Instagram in minutes. Personally, what I loved most about this test was that the agent interpreted the instructions perfectly, and most importantly, it kept her face consistent. She looks like the same person in every single shot, which is usually the hardest part of AI content creation. But let's push it a bit further. Can this agent handle a more complicated task, like creating a video directly from the chat interface? Well, let's put it to the test. Oops, I actually forgot to ask it to include music and dialogue in the video. That is my bad. Let's see if it can fix that on the fly. I am going to ask it to adjust. And there it is.
Hi.
This really demonstrates that Hailuo is way more than just a standard chatbot or image generator. It is a legitimate media agent that allows you to create every type of content you can think of with just a few clicks. Now, let's move on to the second way you can use this. And this one is for the entrepreneurs out there. Imagine you are a graphic designer and you have been hired to create a menu for a new restaurant. Plus, you need to make the designs for their social media ads. That is a lot of work, right? Well, this is exactly what I would do. I asked it in this prompt to generate images with a very specific, eye-catching visual style. Look at how awesome this burger looks. It looks juicy. The lighting is perfect. It looks absolutely real. But I am not stopping there. I am going to ask it to generate more images based on this exact same design style for the rest of the combo meals on the menu. I honestly cannot believe it. These images look so appetizing that they are actually making me hungry just looking at them. So, these images are going to be perfect for the social media ads, but I am also going to use them to build out the first page of the actual physical menu. Watch how I do this. This time, I am writing to the agent right here in the chat box, and I am instructing it on the exact price it needs to place on each combo. With just a single click, it understood my idea perfectly. But, you know, as a designer, you always want options. I want to see a slightly different layout. No problem at all. I am just going to ask it for a variation, and look at the result. It is simply incredible. What I love here is that the agent understands my instructions on a conceptual level. Plus, I have to give a shout out to Nano Banana Pro again. It is so powerful when it comes to rendering text. Most AI models struggle with spelling, but this created text and visuals that look so exact and realistic. And the best part? I did not even spend 10 minutes creating this entire campaign. Alright, let's check out the third use case. This time, I am going to ask it to create diagrams of iconic landmarks, starting with the Golden Gate Bridge. This type of text-to-image generation can be super useful for design work, architectural concepts, or even educational infographics. So, we have got this first image of the bridge. Now, from this same chat, I am going to ask it to continue the series with the pyramids of Egypt. And as you can see, my prompt is not technical at all. It is super simple. I am just talking to it. The result is astonishing because it actually added technical details relevant to that era and style. But beyond just understanding simple prompts, it can also create images back to back. Look at these results. It is maintaining the style and the format perfectly across different subjects. It is simply incredible for creating a cohesive series of educational content. For the fourth use case, we are going to look at creating posts for Instagram in a hand-drawn infographic style. This is a super popular aesthetic right now for carousel posts. But this time, instead of doing them one by one, I'm going to ask it to create all of them separately, but using only a single prompt. And in just a few minutes, look at what we have. It generated multiple distinct images that all share that hand-drawn vibe. This is a massive time saver for social media managers. At this point, you can clearly see that the agent from Hailuo is a true media agent designed to generate all your media assets in one place. You can basically keep creating thousands of assets on this infinite canvas. The reality is, it is like a creative playground that has no limits. So, with Hailuo AI Agent, we have seen you can create individual images, back-to-back series, video clips, and you can even add audio and music to those clips. But I want to see if it can manage a task that is much harder. A real stress test. For the fifth and final use case of this Hailuo AI tutorial, I am going to use just one single prompt. From this one prompt, I'm going to ask the agent to create the video clip you saw at the very beginning of this video, using the Start and End Frame option. First, it has to create an image of Donald Trump. Now this is tricky because a lot of AI image generators have heavy restrictions when it comes to creating images of important public figures or celebrities. After that, it has to create 5 images of the same character, maintaining the exact same background and the exact same outfit, but with different camera angles, as if there were a real photographer walking around capturing each scene. Oh, and just to make it even harder, I asked it to generate a specific image of Trump wearing custom gold grills with diamond lettering on his teeth, and I wanted that photo to be a low-angle shot with a fisheye lens effect. I did not stop there though. I also asked it to create video clips using image 1 as the start frame and image 2 as the end frame. Then image 2 becomes the start frame and image 3 is the end frame, and so on. creating a chain until we have used all the images. This task on its own is difficult because normally you would have to manually upload the images you want to use for your clips one by one. But here, I am leaving the entire process in the hands of the AI agent. Once I gave it all these complex instructions, I gave it a summary of the final result I expected to see, and I told it to stitch all those clips together into one single video file. The truth is, it is super interesting to watch how the agent begins to think and reason through the process it needs to follow. It breaks it down step by step. Now, to be totally transparent with you, that very last detail of joining all the clips together with the song perfectly synced, it did not quite nail that part exactly how I expected. But it did absolutely everything else I asked for flawlessly. It is incredible how artificial intelligence is capable of creating this level of content for you in a matter of minutes, all starting from simple text instructions. Just imagine what this means for us. We are talking about being able to create music videos, create full-fashion photo shoots, create hyper-realistic influencers, generate high-end commercials, and create faceless content for YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok without ever picking up a camera. If you want to try this out, remember I have left all the prompts I used today in a Google Doc and the link to Hailuo in the description, so you can go check it out for yourself. It is definitely worth exploring the Minimax technology behind this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps you crush your content creation goals. Until next time, peace out.